Good evening. I'm going to discuss my final integrated project. It's going to cover the Pythagorean theorem. It is an 8th grade standard, and of course it's math. Just some background knowledge. The standards that it covers is MGSE 8, G6. It explains a proof of the Pythagorean theorem and its converse. G7, apply the Pythagorean theorem to determine unknown side lengths in right triangles in a real world and mathematical problems in 2 and 3 dimensions. And G8, apply the Pythagorean theorem to find the distance between 2 points in a coordinate plane. In addition, the essential questions are: how can you prove the Pythagorean theorem and use it to solve problems? How can you test the converse of the Pythagorean theorem and use it to solve problems? And how can you use the Pythagorean theorem to find the distance between 2 points on a coordinate plane? I tried to integrate several different things for the students that was eye-catching. Of course, I put my objective, my standards. One of the things that we continue to do in 8th grade is a warm-up, kind of like a refresher of what we learned about from the previous week. And I attached a link in Google Docs. I created in Google Docs for them to do every day, and it has like 2 or 3 problems. Just to show you what it looks like. This is a warm-up, and they do like 2 problems each day. And it's like a good refresher. Usually I give them about 10 minutes with that. I just accidentally clicked off of mine. Sorry. Don't know how to interact. Okay. Then they have a drill, and the drill just states basically what we're several sentences that are statements that kind of like I can statements, but they're facts. For day 1, and I broke it down into 4 days. Day 1 is an introduction. Talk about, and I listed what they were going to do in the lesson, the standards, and this is a Google slide, and it has an introduction video and a guided notes and practice, and then I did a recording that we did several problems. We discussed the reason the Pythagorean theorem applies to everyday life and who it was named after. On day 2, same thing, the warm-up. Then they have the drill and the instruction. It's a different essential question, and then brain pop video with questions to kind of warm up the day. The activity for day 2 is a Padlet, and it discusses the history of Pythagoras, which is the person that the Pythagorean theorem is named after. In this, I showed them a picture of the philosopher, some interesting facts about him, a demonstration, and then some real life uses of the Pythagorean theorem. For many students, that is one of the biggest questions that they ask, is how can we relate that to everyday things that we do. Day 3, warm-up drill, essential question, and then the theme for day 3 is the converse of the Pythagorean theorem. I thought it would be really neat to add a virtual field trip. This field trip was created by another person, and I used it. It was a Prezi by J. Antonia, and then I created a Symbaloo with some virtual activities and tasks. I attached the QR code at the bottom, and the Prezi is integrated into it. Then day 4, last day, I have a Jeopardy game that I attached for them to play. And they always love the Jeopardy games because they like competing against each other. And then that's the Jeopardy game. And then I have attached a Quiz-Iz that I have shared, that I have saved in my Quiz-Iz library to assess their knowledge. And I don't like to use the word assessment. I like to use the word show what you know. And the quiz has some real life situation questions that they can relate to, and it makes sense. Anytime that we can make it make sense, they retain the information better. And then at the bottom, I added some additional resources and practice that they can work on. And this can also be used for remediation as well.